Do you ever feel like only one part of you is acknowledged as special? Like, if you were to change this part of you, say, completely, you'd have an identity crisis or kind of feel like an unanchored boat lost. That's how I feel about my waist-length locks. They've started to overshadow the rest of who I am. Like they're wearing me instead of the other way around. Don't get me wrong. I haven't always felt this way. In fact, my locks were my pride and joy at first. I felt honored to wear one of the most unique but ancient styles on earth. I lit up at the questions, the curiosity, the feeling of drama after a fresh retwist. Not only did this special style make me feel royal and unique, it connected me to a community of people who expressed themselves just like I did, earthy and Afrocentric. In the aisles of my local community-owned grocery store, I blissfully geeked out about lock care routines, yoga practice, and the latest episode of Insecure with people who felt like my tribe. By year 4, I felt more like me than I ever had. Away from spaces and places that felt like home base for me, though, the glow from the compliments and attention started to fade by year 6. I remember the night that I realized that the compliments didn't make me feel seen anymore. At a dance recital, walking to my seat, several people called out compliments about my hair and didn't even look at my face. The very thing that had once made me feel magical now cloaked me in invisibility. I remember the uncomfortable knowing that I might outgrow an experience that I thought would be my signature forever. By year 7, I would catch myself staring in the mirror, trying to imagine myself without all my hair. At this point, while it was beautiful to be surrounded by long, gorgeous locks, I just felt like the rest of me couldn't compete. Even with such heavy feelings, the anxiety that I felt in my chest, in my stomach, would stop me from even entertaining a version of myself that bare. Fast forward to present day. I recently turned 31, and the longing to start fresh is so much stronger than the desire to hold on to a part of me that I now know was temporary. Now, all that's left are questions. Who will I be without my signature? How will it look to start from scratch? Leaning into the parts of me that aren't as celebrated or loved. It won't be completely new to me. A fresh, uncertain start is something I know well from my first year of growing locks. It's what most naturals describe as the quote-unquote ugly phase of the growth process. And during that year and a half, I would look in the mirror at my fuzzy short hair and feel raw and unpolished. I had every hat, scarf, and hooded jacket that you can think of. After 3 months of hiding, though, something dawned on me as I sat on my porch one afternoon. Hidden inside my windowsill was a caterpillar's cocoon. It was as fragile and unassuming as a slimy creature growing inside it. If I hadn't looked closely, I would have completely missed it. Instantly, it clicked for me as I thanked the caterpillar for helping me break out of my own limited prison. I realized that the discomfort of this process was necessary and was setting me up to be proud of growing my hair to the length I wanted. I started to have a newfound appreciation for the undone, fuzzy look, because now I knew that it was the foundation for more. For 8 years, I took that mindset with me. Everywhere I went, whether there were corporate bans on Afro hairstyles or school suspensions on any hairstyle outside of the norm, I now had the conviction that regardless of whether it was appreciated, I was doing something that mattered, was important, and would pay off. After a while, I noticed I felt stronger. I walked into rooms with less anxiety. I thought less about saying the wrong thing. And I felt a sense of clarity about myself. It was weird because I felt like I had accomplished something that went beyond hair. Like I was in the middle of a process that was making me stronger. Finally, it dawned on me, though, that growing my locks bloomed my person and who I thought I was in a way that could only come with patience and delayed gratification. This year, it feels like I may be restarting that process of growth over again in a new way. It feels like I'm at a crossroads, though. On one path, I can choose to stay safe in my little bubble of comfort and stay there. Or I could embark on the route where a new, ugly phase of growth was guaranteed. Although there is fear, I can't deny that a new dream is forming. One that doesn't include my locks. As I begin this new YouTube journey and a new decade of life, I want to invite you along to witness me. Watch me as I shed and release.